My grandmother left me her house in her will, but when I went to move in, my uncle was already living there with his family. When Grandma Rose passed away last month, I was heartbroken, but grateful she'd left me her beautiful Victorian house. I'd spent every summer there as a kid helping her tend the garden and listening to stories on the wraparound porch. The will was crystal clear. The house, along with her savings account, went to me. Her son, my Uncle Derek, got her car and jewelry. Fair enough, considering Derek had barely visited her in the past decade. I took time off work to clean out the house and start moving my things in, but when I pulled into the driveway with my first load of boxes, Derek's pickup truck was parked there, along with toys scattered across the front yard. Derek answered the door like he owned a place. "Oh hey, Emma, what are you doing here moving in? This is my house now, remember?" Derek laughed. Mom was getting pretty confused toward the end. "That will doesn't mean anything. She promised me this house years ago when Dad died." Derek, she had a lawyer. She was completely lucid when she signed it. "Look, I've got 3 kids and my wife just lost her job. You are single. You got that nice apartment downtown. You don't need this place like we do." I stared at him. "Need doesn't matter. She left it to me. We're not moving. Sue me if you want. But good luck evicting a family with kids." I called the lawyer immediately, he said. Derek had no legal right to stay, but eviction proceedings could take months, especially if he claimed squatters' rights. Meanwhile, I was paying rent on my apartment and couldn't access my inheritance. That night, I drove by the house and saw Derek grilling on Grandma's back patio, his kids splashing in a kiddie pool she never would have allowed on her pristine lawn. I needed answers, so I called my cousin Lisa, Derek's sister. What she told me made my blood boil. "Oh, Derek's been planning this for months. He kept asking Grandma to change her will, saying you didn't deserve the house because you are not really family." "What do you mean, not really family?" Lisa went quiet. "Emma, you know you are adopted, right? Derek's been telling everyone that since you are not Grandma's biological granddaughter, the will should be invalid. He's been researching legal ways to contest it." I hung up and immediately called my parents. After 28 years, they finally told me the truth. My biological mother was Grandma's neighbor who died in a car accident when I was 2. Grandma had begged them to let her help raise me, claiming she'd always wanted a granddaughter. Derek knew this and had been poisoning other family members against me for months. The next morning, I drove to Derek's workplace, a construction company. Grandma had recommended him for years ago. I asked to speak to his boss, Mr. Patterson. "I need to ask you something," I told him. "Did my grandmother ever help Derek get this job?" Mr. Patterson nodded. "Rose was a saint. She called me personally, said her son needed work and asked if I'd give him a chance. He'd been unemployed for 6 months. Has Derek mentioned he's currently illegally occupying her house?" Mr. Patterson's face darkened. "Come again," I explained the situation. Roughed out Derek had told his boss he inherited the house fair and square, even brought his kids to the company picnic, and bragged about his family estate. "Emma, I need to tell you something," Mr. Patterson said. "Your grandmother also set up a college fund for Derek's kids. She deposited $50,000 total over the past 5 years. Derek never mentioned that to you, did he?" My hands started shaking. Grandma had left Derek way more than just a car and jewelry. She'd been quietly supporting his entire family while he had mouthed me behind her back. I drove straight to the bank with Grandma's account information. There it was, a $50,000 withdrawal to education trust fund for Derek's children, completed just 2 months before she died. I also found something else, a safety deposit box I didn't know existed. In quite for letters Grandma had written but never sent, letter after letter to Derek, begging him to stop asking her to change the will, explaining that she loved me like her own blood, and that family wasn't about DNA. One letter was dated just weeks before she died. "Derek, you already have the children's college fund, and the money I've given you over the years. Emma deserves security. She's worked so hard and never asked me for anything. Please don't make this a battle when I am gone." The last letter destroyed me. I know Emma isn't my biological granddaughter, but she's the only one who calls me every week, who remembers my birthday, who brings me soup when I am sick. That's what real family does. I took everything to my lawyer. Derek's employer fired him the next day for lying about his circumstances.